Hello underwater friends, in this video we're gonna learn how to use Insta360 Studio 2022. And by the way, Bali is reopened, so if you want to come dive with us or do some workshop, don't hesitate, I put the link in the description. So here we are in Insta360 Studio 2022, and first we're gonna import files. So we can just click here and open the files from here, or you can go here, Files, Open folder, and then I'm gonna pick my folder, which is this one, select folder. So depending on your computer, it's gonna take long or not. Okay, here we are. So now we have the files on the left. Here we can see what we have. Here I can decide how I want to see my files. So like this is just a small circle with the file and some informations next to it. Here is just a list. But personally, I prefer this one because I see everything, and then just by moving my cursor on it, I can see what's going on in the file. So it's quite practical. So we pick this one first. So I go at the beginning of the file, and then I can just choose what I want to see first. So I can start, for example, with the ocean, and then what I will do, I will press here, mark as keyframe, and here it will open something that will allow me to choose precisely what I want. So I can do default like this, so it's making it straight, which is quite comfortable. If I want, I can have a crystal ball that I can move as well from here, or inside here, I can do plus or minus. I can do the famous tiny planet, or I can have here the natural view. So I'm going to go back on this one. Okay, that was quite good. Okay. Then I press spacebar to read. Then I can validate one more point. A little bit more. And then I can decide that I want to see a different view now. So I can go here, click, validate. I can adjust here, I can change the tilt, or I can change here the rotation. Here is to zoom in and out, so I can validate this one. I press play again, and now let's say I want to go on tiny planet, so I press plus here, I go on tiny planet, and that's what I'm gonna have. Okay, so let's see from the beginning. If I press play, I see the water first. Then I decide to turn and burp, tiny planet. And then I finish on tiny planet. Okay, let's say now it's enough for me. I don't want more. I can just click here and cut the end of the sequence. Control Z to go back. I can also grab this point and bring it here the same way. Like this. This part will not be part of what I export. If I like it, I just export here. I can change the file name here. Change to see where I want to have it. So for me, E is fine. Decide on the bitrate, how much I want. Let's say 100. Resolution, frame rate, and here encoding. So I can go on ProRes, H.265, H.264. Let's say here I'm going to stay on H.264. And I can also decide if I want to remove grain, so it's noise. Export. Here I see the bar. Now it's exported. So I can go back on my files. Here, local files, and then I double click on the next one. So I have my divers signing forms. So let's say we start from here. I validate, I press, validate again. I can do again a tiny planet if I want. Okay, like that. And then I cut from here. Okay, so now one of the things I can do, if I click here, I can decide how it's going from this point to this one. So it can be smooth, it can be slip in, fade out, fade in, slip out, slip in and out, or fade in and out. So depending on what I want. So for example, if I go on this one and I decide to read it, it's gonna go super fast and then slow and fast again. I want to change it. If I go this one, it's gonna go smooth but fast all the time. And if I want this one, if I want, I can move this point because I think it's going too fast. So I can just have it change from one to the other a little bit slower. And this I can change it here to have a sequence that is longer. Then I can export as well. And if the settings were okay for the first one, it's still good. Here you see the files that are being exported. I go back on my local files. Now let's do one where we get in the water. You can see here in the bottom, I put the underwater housing. So it's kind of a problem, but you can find a solution by moving it down like this or picking a shot that is not, okay, so it's quite good here. I read, I go forward. And then here, I validate, I go here, and once again, I'm gonna go to a tiny planet because I think it's fun. And that's gonna get me in the water. Okay, by moving those cursors, I can choose the angle, the rotation, the zoom, okay, and move it also from the image. So let's see how it goes. Okay. So now we have a little problem with this one, but it's not too bad. Export. I double click here again. So now we're going to see them get in the water. So I can plus here, zoom a bit because they're quite far. Do this one. We may want to change the angle a little bit. Here we go, to make it more straight. And zoom a bit more. Okay, so they're all getting in the water. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the things that are on the right. Here you have stabilization, so you can lock it on the direction or have a stabilization on. Here it's for the stitching, so normal. And all of those are depending on which housing you have or which protection you have. For me, it understood right away that I have a dive case and that it's above water. But sometimes, if it doesn't work, I can just go here and add dynamic stitching, optical flow stitching or chromatic calibration, and then calibrate. In our case, it was working, so it's not needed. Media processing, we can here enhance the color. Wow, in this one it's really a lot. I use the flat profile, so anyway this I will be able to correct it when I get it out on Davinci Resolve, or if I wanted to put it on Premiere I could correct it, because here like the black are really black, and I think it's too much contrast. Maybe I could remove some contrast, but I'd rather have a flat profile when I will get it out. Here it's if you want to add a logo, so the logo, it's kind of weird because it's really here at the bottom, but it can be at the top. So it's going to be here or in different position, and then you can change the size of the logo. I don't think it's really helpful, but you may find a good way to use it. The project, if you want to create new project, info on the file. So here it's 5760 by 2880. You see the file size, when it was taken, what camera, and everything. Okay, let's say we want to export this one again. Okay, here we see it's almost done. Okay, go back on the files, and now we're gonna do a couple of underwater ones. Let's say this one, for example, because it looks quite okay. And here it's without Aqua Vision, so let's say I start from here, plus, I play, maybe I want to go here, I validate this, I turn a little bit, but then I can zoom a little. You see, you have noise here, but when you play it, it's still a little bit noisy. And one of the great things you can do is Aqua Vision here, and it's really changing the image. So here was okay. As you can see here, we can start to see the housing. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna change it like this a little, and like this we won't be bothered. So you want to see your whole file. If you want, you can decide that you change the view completely. For example, I can look at myself now, and I can see here One of the interesting things is to try to get it quite small when you change from one view to the other. Otherwise, it's going to take forever. But here, for example, you play and then right away, in like a second or two, I change the view, which is quite interesting. Here I'm starting to turn it off so I can export it like this. Okay, let's do one more sequence. Maybe this one looks nice. I double click. First I'm going to take off the Aqua Vision. Like this you see the difference. The water is kind of green, the divers are kind of blue. You click on it and in one click it really helps a lot. Even actually the sun rays and everything looks much better. So it's really a good thing to have. Now I can decide that I start here. So I see my butterfly fish in the bottom. I validate. I can make it a little bit more straight like this. Okay. Then play. Here I have a problem with the housing. So I can go like this. I even have a fish come look at us. So I'm going to validate. I can go here a little to see my other diver. I validate again. And it's a nice scene. Oh, here I am. I don't want to see myself. So I'm going to validate here. And then when I see me, up, I go like this. And I do one more. Like this. I don't appear. And I decide, oh, here again, I'm back. So here, okay. Okay, let's stop it here. Like this. And then we have a sequence that is quite nice from the beginning. We can see the fish, we can see the divers. So it's really a good tool, this 360 camera, when you want to film different things like divers, fish, yourself. And like this, you can really choose on post-processing what you want. And underwater, even though the housing is a problem, because you can definitely see it in the bottom, you can really work around it. And the Aqua Vision is really nice, meaning like in a click, you can really change your shot. Look at me, even my arms are almost the normal color. And if I take it off, I'm a little bit green. It's not super deep, but we're already like 6 or 8 meters. So it's really... Thanks for watching the video all the way to the end. If you liked it, don't hesitate to put a thumbs up. And you can also subscribe and hit the bell to be notified with new videos. Bye bye, happy bubbles!